Yes, greetings. This is Find Your Voice on SLR Radio. And we do have a special guest online, straight from Gambia. And we do have, is it Shakira? Can you hear me?
Shakina. I can, barely, but it's
Hold
okay.
on. We're very low for some reason.
Yeah, and you're very fuzzy.
Okay, hold on, babe. We cannot hear you. You there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, we just having a. Just bear me a second. Some little technicality here. You there?
Yeah, and my reception's not very good tonight.
Okay, we can hear a little
It's a
bit
bit
more.
slow.
Okay, then you're slightly more louder now. Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. Okay, I want to introduce yourself to the listeners. As I said, we have a sisters from Gambia. Introduce your full name, and your status, because
All
all I
right.
want people to know that we have no lightweight, right? And we have to kind of work a negotiation for sister to join us, because she is busy bee. I have to call her busy bee as well, because she's just, and the funny that she's in Gambia, as I said, you know what I mean? You know, so we have status. So give people your full name, because we don't have time to go into your business right now, because we're going to be here for another half an hour. We just touch. If we go through your CV, just let people know your full name and the kind of things you do now. Come true.
Okay. All right. Well, my name is Shakina Chinedu, and I live in the Gambia. Originally from the United Kingdom, but 4 years ago I moved here. And it's been an interesting journey, because I came just to do my health business, which I started in the UK. But the ancestors have had other jobs for me to do. And it seems as though they want me to more help our people get over and reconnect with their African roots. So I'm currently working with the Constitution Review Commission,
Okay.
where they are drafting the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So fighting for citizenship and land ownership in the Gambia.
Okay. Okay.
I'm also called a lady builder.
You
'cause I
call late.
build
Hold
people's
on.
houses
Hold on.
for
Hold on.
them.
Hold on a second. Them call you lady builder.
Lady builder, they call me here.
How come them call you lady builder? What kind of?
Sorry?
Why them call you lady builder?
Because I build houses for people here.
You the
I'm a building contractor.
All right. All right. So tell me so people want a house built, they can. You're the person they need to speak to. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm on my third house right now that I'm building for people who are living in the UK. Just like anywhere in the world, you've got to watch over the workmen.
Yes.
So that's my job, to be on site, to go and buy all the materials, to work with the architect, make sure they're following the plans,
Okay.
things like that.
Okay.
And it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I also sell land to our people, and so far I've created 4 housing estates. I'm on my 4th one now. And it's just making sure that our people can afford land, and it's creating a bridge for them to come home, because it's really important that our people have a plan B. We know now that you can't depend on staying in the UK. We saw Windrush. We don't know what's happened with Brexit.
Yes.
And, our people need a way out. And also, I think it's just important that we do connect with our ancestral home. And, not everybody can live here full time, like people like myself and others. But even if it's 6 months of the year that you get away and come here, you'll have a better quality of life.
Right. So, what made you go in the first place? 'Cause I understand you've been there for the last 15 years, 18 years, something like that?
Yeah, I've been coming here for about 15 years and really sort of just dipping my toes back in the UK from time to time. But this has really been my home since 2005. And, but, coming back to do a bit of work, seeing the children through their education. And as soon as the last child finished her university degree, I decided to pack up and leave and come and live here permanently.
Okay, then. Because I got the impression that you was living in the UK. I know you go to Gambia from time to time. Cause last time every time I see you, you say you're going to Gambia and them thing. But you had them kind of solid plan, them kind of big plan. Yeah.
I had a 12-year plan before I moved.
All right.
And I worked to effect that plan to enable me to come and live here permanently, which I did.
So I just want to bring the reasoning forward because you talk about citizenship and so forth. So why is it no, and correct me if I've misrepresented information, that I understand that you have to be there for about 15 years. For example, those who are coming from the UK, you have to be living there for 15 years before you get any kind of citizenship. But I understand, no, you're changing the where you're working with to change the law, so to speak. But why all of a sudden this has come up? And what? Yeah.
Okay, so in the 1997 Constitution, under the former president, there were two ways to naturalize and get citizenship. The first one is if you are married for 7 years to a Gambian and living here continuously.
Yeah.
And even if that marriage had ended, as long as you were married and living here continuously for 7 years, you could apply for citizenship. If you are not married, again, living here continuously, you would be able to apply after 15 years. Now, 15 years is a very long time.
Yeah, it's a long time, not man.
Too long
for
people who have descended from Africa.
Yes.
Other people, yes, if you want to put that on them, put that on them. But I don't think it's fair for us to be caught into that. So in October 2018, I found out that the Constitution was being redrafted and wrote a letter to the Constitution Review Commission to ask them for an audience to go and do a presentation with them. They agreed. I did a presentation and explained to them that we wanted an exception clause to become citizens in Gambia. And what I said to him is that I didn't just want a particular president to say, oh, here's, 50 citizenships for particular people, law, so there's no confusion. And so I said to them, why not do an exception clause for us that's fast-tracked? So instead of 15 years, why not look at 2 to 4 years maximum of living in the country, and we can apply for citizenship. Also, it needs to be dual citizenship. We need to be able to hold on to that British passport because that's part of our reparations.
Yes.
That passport allows us to travel around the world quite freely.
Yes.
So we should be able to hold on to that. And also why I wanted it in law as well is because it's generational, so that our children and our children's children shouldn't have to fight for this again, because once it's in law, that's it. It's written. It's solid.
Okay.
And
I just want to.
And they have listened.
Sorry, Mrs. Go on. Continue.
I'm saying they have listened, and they're making a recommendation to Parliament to consider what we want in the Constitution. So that's a real step forward for us, because there's no other African country doing that at the moment. where we are actually negotiating with them to put it into law, not just a subjective president giving, a few citizenship, but we're saying we want it in law for all.
Right. Let me just jump in here because and from understand that you get a lot of support from the Gambian people them out there as well. They're very much supporting what's your cause, so to
Very
speak.
much.
Yeah.
Very much supportive. Very supportive, yeah.
Okay then. And it's quite interesting because one of the things I get to understand is that when I understand that, quite a few people now are returning back to the motherland, especially to Gambia, what I know of, right? And and we want to contribute something back to the. Just want to go there, and the response we're getting from the people, from the Gambians, is overwhelming. Because funny enough, right, my brother was out there just the other day, just over the holiday period, and he said that it was just amazing experience because, through his friends was going out there, and we do know somebody who's going out regular, and he said he had a great time, and it's really encouraging. And so I saw something on WhatsApp where in America, these so-called movie stars they're going back to Ghana. They have something called the big door of no return or something like that. Some big thing they might do out there, So
the year of return, Ghana had the year of return, the right of abode in 2019.
Okay, so a lot of the people that are going back to the
I would say with that, the only criticism I would say with that is that I think it's become more like a fashion fad for celebrities,
yes,
rather than a reconnection to our roots. And I think that should be first and foremost, not just, picture taking and, just giving a few movie stars citizenship. It needs to be taken more seriously than that.
Well, one thing I would say is that, my sister, that the ancestors, they're working right through you, man, because we could feel your vibes, your love, your energy, and you have that kind of, even though I can't see you physically, I could see you physically, but you got that kind of spiritual vibes, and the answers are working right through you. We can feel that right here, right here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we do feel your vibe. So the question will be, where does the future holds for you? What is your plan for next? Well, like I said, you had a 12-year plan, so you must have another 30, 40 years plan in front of you. So what's your future? What's the future holds for you? What's your plan, so to speak, for the next 5, 10, 15 years or whatever?
Okay, so as I said, I've got 4 estates now.
Yes.
For diaspora. So I want to continue with that as long as the demand is there. If people want to come, I will help them come and settle and navigate themselves in Africa. Also continue to assist them building their houses, give them ideas for businesses to help develop the continent, and really just come and place our feet where we were stolen from. But also, I think what's important for people to realize that every time we come home, we bring the ancestors home with us.
Okay, say that again.
Sorry?
No, say that bit again. That's powerful. Every time you come home, you bring the ancestors.
Every time we bring them with us, yeah, because they can't come without us. They need us to come home.
All right.
So on the 24th of November last year, I put on an event to celebrate the first housing estate, and which is called the Door of Return, not the Door of No Return. It's called the Door of Return.
Turn of Return,
and we celebrated and brought the ancestors home, and we walked through the Door of Return. I had a special made with the Door of Return words on it, and we had a ceremony. We poured libation, and we invited the ancestors to come through that door and come home. And we had over 100 people attend. And, you know, each person went through the arch and brought their ancestors home with them.
Right. Okay.
I'll be doing that for every estate.
Okay then. Listen, if people want to get in touch with you or contact you, is there an email address? Because you know enough people know, like they have someone like you out there who's the head, someone they can trust. You know what I mean? It's good to know. So yeah. Is there like an email address or they can contact you?
I have an email address, and it's Nubian, NUBIAN, LC @AOL.co.uk. I'll repeat that. Nubian, NUBIAN, LC @AOL.co.uk.
Okay then. Well, my sister...
You know, people can email me just for a chat. You know, how do I move? What's it like living in Gambia?
Yeah.
You know, how do I the West? Any advice, I'll try and help as much as I can.
And I'm really glad that, because, you know, one of the stumbling block is that, and we have to be fair, we have to be truthful, that sometimes you don't know who to trust. You know what I mean? Because you hear, you go like for the Caribbean or Jamaica and them places, you go out there and say, yeah, you love it, and you want to build a yard and whatever, and you find that people rip you off, and you know it go time and time again. So it's good to know, so you have someone you can trust who's in your corner. See?
Yeah. Well, I let my clients speak for themselves. I don't advertise. I don't go looking. People often recommend me.
Okay then.
And I prefer that.
Okay, well, my sister, I want to give thanks again, because you are one of our shining stars, you know, and you know, nothing but love we have for you. Nothing but love we have for you. And I want to continue.
Thank you very much.
Every so often have a conversation with you, because you know you're the head out there, and we want to continue reasoning with you and so forth. See?
Thank you. Your support is really appreciated, because this is not easy.
No, I can imagine.
But it's got to be done.
Got to be done. Yeah,
it's
I can
got
imagine.
to be done.
Okay then.
So,
okay, my sister. My sister, give thanks, yeah?
thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll keep you updated on constitutional matters.
Yes, we definitely. In about a couple weeks' time, if you keep it up to speed, that'd be perfect. Yeah?
Yes. All right then.
Okay then. Give thanks again, my sister.